Hello. Today we are going to be taking a look at a physics problem here related to the kinematics unit. It's going to be a one-dimensional problem, and specifically we can call this a free fall problem, right? We've got some object and we're just dropping the object and we're going to evaluate kind of what's going on throughout that motion. So I'll read through the problem, we'll set it up, and then we'll solve through all the questions together. So a stone is dropped from rest at a height of 80 meters above the ground. We want to calculate the time it takes for the stone to hit the ground. Next, we want to determine the velocity of the stone just before it hits the ground, so we'll call this the final velocity. And then finally, if the stone takes an additional 0.2 seconds to embed itself into the ground, find the average acceleration during this period. Let's first solve the first two. I'm going to come back to part C at the end later on in the video and elaborate exactly kind of on what this is asking us. So as always, I'm going to draw my compass and I'm going to state my positive and negative directions. I'm going to state that up is my positive direction and down is my negative direction. And then I'll draw a diagram here. So let's say this is our stone. Okay. It's going to be dropped from rest and it's going to move downwards and eventually hit the ground. Okay? I also know, right, that my initial velocity, it's going to be equal to 0 because we're starting from rest. And I know my displacement, and we're specifically working in the, you could call it the vertical or the y dimension, right? So technically I could put here displacement in the y, initial velocity in the y. Doesn't really matter. We're just working in this one dimension. Okay? So the displacement is actually going to be negative 80, right? Because based on my compass, we're moving downwards. So that'll be a displacement, right, of negative 80 meters. Or I can write that as 80 meters downwards with my vector to represent that. And then obviously when we go to solve our problems here, I'm going to input this 80 as a negative value, which we'll see later on. And then as always with any free fall or projectile motion problem in physics, we know that we're going to have an acceleration in the y component, right, of 9.8 meters per second squared. And we're going to be accelerating downwards, right, because the acceleration, right, it's the gravitational acceleration that's pulling us downwards. So this will also end up giving us or being a negative value. Okay. So part 8, calculate the time it takes for the stone to hit the ground. So I'm going to use the following Big 5 kinematics equation. I'm going to say that my displacement in the y is equal to my initial velocity times my time plus 1/2 my acceleration times my time squared. Okay, and I know that my initial velocity is 0, so 0 times time here, right? This whole term will just go to 0. Now I'll plug in the rest of my values and solve. So my displacement in the y, right, is 80 meters down. So I'm going to put negative 80, right, because based on my compass, I've stated that the downwards direction is negative, so I'll account for that value here. So negative 80 equals 1/2 times negative 9.8, which is my acceleration, times my time squared. Okay, and now what I'll do here is I'll just rearrange and solve for my time. So I'm going to get negative 80 equals negative 4.9 time squared, and then I'm going to divide both sides by negative 4.9. And then I'm going to get that my time squared is equal to approximately 16.32. And then I will square root both sides to cancel the square on the time here to get a final time value of 4.04 seconds. Okay, so now we found how long it takes for it to fall and hit the ground. Next, part B, we want to determine the velocity of the stone just before it hits the ground. So I can use another one of my big 5 kinematics equations. Right, I'm going to use my final velocity is equal to my initial velocity plus my acceleration times my time. Okay, initial velocity is 0, so this term will go to 0. So then my final velocity is just going to be equal to my acceleration, which is negative 9.8, times my time, which I got to be 4.04 from the previous problem. And when I put this in my calculator, I'm going to get a final velocity of approximately negative 39.6 meters per second. And since it's a negative value, right, I could alternatively rewrite this as 39.6 meters per second down. Okay? There's also another way we could have solved this, right? We could have used another one of our big 5 equations. Final velocity squared equals initial velocity squared plus 2 times the acceleration times the displacement. We could have just used the 80 meters we were given here for our displacement, right? Instead of using the time, we would have gotten the exact same answer. Finally, part C, let's talk about this one a little bit. So it says, if the stone takes an additional 0.2 seconds to embed itself into the ground, find the average acceleration during this period. So picture this, right, as if the stone is falling, and let's say the dirt's let's say it's falling on some like soft dirt, and when it hits the ground, it's making some type of an impact and kind of embedding itself into the ground, right? Let's say it just kind of goes into the ground very slightly, it doesn't shoot into the ground like a meteor would, right, and make a huge indent, right? It's just going to be maybe a really small indent, and what it's saying is it takes the stone 0.2 seconds to kind of embed itself within the ground, and we essentially want to find that acceleration or the average acceleration while it's doing that. Okay, so let's say this is the ground here, right, in my diagram, and let's say, right, the stone is kind of going to go just below a little bit further down, embed itself within the ground. We want to evaluate kind of this scenario, right, while it's embedding itself within the ground. So I'm going to state that my time for that time frame that we're evaluating, right, is 0.2 seconds. Okay. I also know that eventually the stone is going to come to a stop. So after that 0.2 seconds, while the stone is embedding itself within the ground, it's eventually going to come to a stop, so I can classify my final velocity to be 0 meters per second. And there's one other piece of information which I have, and that's going to be my final velocity from part B. My final velocity just before it hits the ground can be utilized as my initial velocity, right, for this scenario. So my initial velocity being the impact the stone makes just before the ground, 39.6 meters per second downwards. So with this information, right, I know I got to find that acceleration. So I can therefore use the following big 5 kinematics equation, being my final velocity is equal to my initial velocity plus the acceleration times the time. My final velocity is 0, so I'll have 0 equals my initial velocity, which is 39.6 downwards, so that'll be a negative value, 39.6, plus the acceleration, which we don't know yet, times the time, which we said is 0.2 seconds. Now I can rearrange this and solve for the acceleration, so I'll move this over. I'll get 39.6 equals 0.2 times a. Then I'll divide both sides by 0.2, and that'll then give me an approximate acceleration of 198 meters per second squared. And one interesting thing is that this will actually be a positive value, which makes sense, right? Because our stone, it's falling, but then it's falling, and then during this 0.2 seconds, the velocity is slowing down from 39.6 meters per second to 0. So that means there's got to be some acceleration, right? Causing the velocity, the downwards velocity, to slow down and therefore eventually come to a stop. So this is actually going to be a positive acceleration. Think of it as if there's some force, the force of the ground or the dirt pushing back up on the stone during that 0.2 second time frame, okay? Giving us that positive acceleration. So a really good free fall problem here. If you guys got any questions or comments, please do let me know. And as always, I hope this helped.